Hello students, today we are going to begin with third topic from cell biology, that is plasma membrane. We know the plasma membrane or the cell membrane is a protective membrane covering present around the cytoplasmic contents or the cellular components of the cell in all plant, animals, or the microorganisms. All cells are covered with a very thin membrane called as plasmalemma, which is not visible under the light microscope. Under the light microscope, the structure seen or observed is called as cell membrane. This cell membrane is made up of a plasmalemma and surrounding cell cement. The plasma membrane may be protected by other coverings. For example, the plasma membrane of the egg is surrounded by the vitelline membrane and the jelly layers, both of which are secreted by the ovary. So, these are the protective coverings which are also present to the outside of the plasma membrane of the certain cells. Then we'll explain the chemical composition of plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is mainly composed of lipids and the protein, or called as lipoproteins. So plasma membrane is made up of lipoproteins, and these are special non-bonded combinations of the lipids and the proteins. Generally, plasma membranes contain about 60% of the protein and 40% of lipids by dry weight. So first we will explain regarding the protein components of the plasma membrane. On the basis of their function, proteins of the plasma membrane are classified as follows. So first one, that is structural proteins. So plasma membrane containing proteins which will form the structural component of the plasma membrane called as structural proteins. So structure of plasma membrane, or the part of plasma membrane which is composed of proteins forming the structure of the plasma membrane called as structural proteins. So these proteins form the backbone of the cell membrane. These proteins forms the backbone of the cell membrane, and their average molecular weight is 3 into 10 raised to 4. Then second type of proteins called as enzymes, the structural enzymes. So whatever the structure or the backbone of the cell membrane or plasma membrane containing proteins also contains certain enzymes. These enzymes are called as the structural enzymes, which are major component of the plasma membrane and are catalytic proteins, indicating that these structural enzymes undergoes some sort of reactions, some type of catalytic reactions along the cell membrane or the plasma membrane, and such proteins are called as catalytic proteins. Means they catalyze, these structural enzymes catalyze certain biochemical reactions along the plasma membrane or cell membrane. Then thirdly, carrier proteins. Carrier proteins are also called permeases, as they transport substances across the plasma membrane against the concentration gradient. So carrier proteins are also the proteins also called as permeases, and they are responsible for the transport of substances through the plasma membrane against concentration gradient. Their molecular weight is similar to that of the structural proteins. The molecular weight of the carrier proteins is similar to the structural proteins according to their position in the plasma membrane. According to their position in the plasma membrane, the proteins of the plasma membrane, are of two types. On the basis of the position of the proteins of the plasma membrane are divided into two types. such as intrinsic or integral proteins. First type, that is intrinsic or integral proteins, which are responsible for integrity of the plasma membrane and which are passing through the entire thickness of the plasma membrane, or which will encompass the entire thickness of the plasma membrane, and thus are called as the intrinsic or integral proteins. So these are transmembrane proteins. These are the transmembrane proteins which pass through the plasma membrane. So that will pass through or present throughout the thickness of the plasma membrane, and thus are called as intrinsic or integral proteins. Or that are the integral proteins are also responsible for keeping two lipid bilayers together. The intrinsic proteins or integral proteins are responsible for integrity or keeping two lipid bilayers together. So integrity of the plasma membrane is brought about by the integral proteins, and keeping two lipid bilayers together due to the transmembrane proteins or the intrinsic proteins which are passing through the plasma membrane. They form channels. The intrinsic proteins also form channels, and through these channels number of substances are transported from inside to outside or outside to inside of the cytoplasm of the cells. So the intrinsic proteins are the transmembrane protein, and they pass through the plasma membrane. They form channels for the transport of substances into and outside the cell through the plasma membrane. Then second type of proteins called as extrinsic proteins are the peripheral proteins or the surface proteins. Extrinsic or peripheral proteins, the proteins which are attached loosely and temporarily to the outer part of the plasma membrane or to the outer surface of the plasma membrane by means of ionic bonds, or calcium bridges, are known as extrinsic proteins or peripheral proteins. Then there are certain proteins which are present in the plasma membrane that we'll explain one by one. Plasma membrane proteins. One, that is spectrin. It is the most abundant protein. Spectrin type of protein is most abundant protein which has a long fibrous molecule and constitutes about 30% of the membrane protein mass. So 30% membrane protein mass, 30% membrane protein mass is composed of the fibrous protein or a long fibrous molecules of the protein called as a spectrin. It is useful for the maintenance of biconcave shape of the RBCs. Spectrin type of protein is useful in maintaining biconcave shape of the erythrocytes or the RBCs. Then second type of protein present in the plasma membrane, that is ankyrin. So ankyrin is again a protein responsible for the interaction between the spectrin. So spectrin which interacts, spectrin type of protein indirectly with the integral membrane proteins via this protein. So the spectrin protein interacts with the integral membrane proteins via the protein called as ankyrin. So ankyrin is the protein useful for the interaction between the integral membrane proteins with the help of spectrin. Then third type of protein called as glycophorin. It is present on the outer surface of the red blood cells. Glycophorin type of protein which are present on the outer surface of the red blood cells, and its function is unknown. Glycophorin, the function of glycophorin which are present on the surface of the erythrocytes, the function of which is yet unknown. Then fourth type of proteins called as enzymes. More than 30 enzymes have been detected from the isolated plasma membrane. More than 30 enzymes have been detected in an isolated plasma membrane. So there are 30 type of enzyme proteins which are present in the plasma membrane and are responsible for the different type of catalytic reactions which are happening along or across the plasma membrane. So whatever the biochemical reactions uh, in relation with the cell transport or various movements of the cellular components which are occurring across the plasma membrane that are due to the enzyme proteins. So there are about 30 different enzymes which have been detected in the isolated plasma membrane. Those most commonly found are 5-nucleotidase, Mg2 plus ATPase, Na plus K plus ATPase, alkaline phosphatase, adenylyl cyclase, RNase. So these are the some of the important enzymes commonly found in the plasma membrane, and these enzymes are important in ion transfer across the plasma membrane. These enzymes are important in a ion transfer across the plasma membrane. So variety of ions are transported through the plasma membrane with the help of these enzymes. So there are about 30 different enzyme proteins present in the plasma membrane and which are mainly responsible for the ion transfer across the plasma membrane. Then fifth type of proteins present in plasma membrane, that is glycoproteins. In erythrocyte membranes, hexose and hexosamine fructose are bound to the proteins. So, in the membrane of the RBCs or erythrocytes, hexose and hexosamine fructose, these are the monosaccharides and which are bound with the proteins to form the glycoproteins on the surface of the erythrocytes. They are present on the outer surface of the membrane. Glycoproteins are present on the outer surface of the membrane and these proteins are attached to the oligosaccharides and thus forming the glycoproteins. Then integral or intrinsic proteins and the peripheral or the extrinsic proteins are the spectrin and the glycoproteins. Spectrin and the glycoproteins are the examples of intrinsic proteins and the extrinsic. Means spectrins which are in a large quantity, spectrin type of protein which contributes about 30% of the membrane protein mass and which is a fibrous protein present as a integral protein. Spectrin represents the integral or intrinsic proteins of the plasma membrane, which is mainly composed of long fibrous molecules contributing 30% of the membrane protein mass of the plasma membrane. And second one, that is a peripheral protein or the extrinsic proteins, which is in the form of glycoproteins present in the peripheral proteins. So spectrin and the glycoproteins are the examples of integral and peripheral proteins of the plasma membrane. Then second important component of the plasma membrane, that is lipids. There are two type of lipids associated with the plasma membrane. There are two type of lipids associated with plasma membrane and they are called as polar lipids. They are called as polar lipids. These lipids contain hydrophilic head and hydrophobic tail and these are connected by a glycerol moiety, a sphingosine derivative or a sterol. So, the lipids of the plasma membrane, plasma membrane are called as polar lipids because which lies to the uh, either to the outer surface or to the inner surface of the plasma membrane. So, the lipids of the plasma membrane are polar lipids. The lipids of the plasma membrane are polar lipids and these lipids have the hydrophilic head and hydrophobic tails, and these are connected by a glycerol molecule. So, glycerol molecule and the fatty acid chains. Usually, the lipid molecule, that is headed pin-like structures with a knob-like uh, head, polar head, and provided with two fatty acid chains. So, hydrophilic heads are composed mainly of the glycerol, and the hydrophobic tails, hydrophilic head of the polar lipids of the plasma membrane, hydrophilic head of the plasma membrane are composed of hydrophilic head of the lipid components of the plasma membrane are composed of glycerol molecule and is provided with a fatty acid chains, two fatty acid chains which will form hydrophobic tail of the polar lipids. So there are such two lipid bilayers. There are such two lipid bilayers facing one facing outer surface and other facing inner surface. So, along inner and outer surface of the plasma membrane, there are two lipid bilayers facing opposite to one another, composed of the polar lipids with a hydrophilic head composed of glycerol molecule and the hydrophobic tails composed of fatty acids. Together with there is a cholesterol molecules or the sphingosine derivative or the sterol, that is cholesterol, also accompanied to some extent in the lipid bilayers of the polar lipids. So in the plasma membrane, phospholipids, glycolipids, and the sterols are present. So, lipid components of the plasma membrane, are mainly containing phospholipids, glycolipids, and the sterols or cholesterol like lipid components in the plasma membrane. So, plasma membrane lipids, the first one, that is phospholipids, which is most abundant. Phospholipids are most abundant. Then cholesterol, a hydrophobic four-membered fused ring structure. A hydrophobic four-membered fused ring structure called as cholesterol, and glycolipids, that is oligosaccharides containing lipid molecule. So, lipid molecule containing oligosaccharide or the carbohydrate. Lipid molecule containing oligosaccharide or the carbohydrate together will form a glycolipids. They have water-loving the lipids of the plasma membrane, such as phospholipids, cholesterol, and glycolipids. Phospholipids, cholesterol, and the glycolipids. These are the three important components of the lipid found in the plasma membrane and which have water loving or hydrophilic or polar ends. The lipids of the plasma membrane mainly have polar ends or the hydrophilic or water loving polar ends and a hydrophobic or water heating or non-polar ends. So, hydrophilic, hydrophilic or water loving or polar end of the lipid materials of the plasma membrane mainly composed of polar heads, mainly composed of glycerol molecules, and the hydrophobic tails which are water heating or non-polar because which lies inside. So polar ends of the lipid which are composed of the globular glycerol head, which are hydrophilic heads or the polar heads, lies on the inner or outer surface of the plasma membrane, and the hydrophobic tails or non-polar tails which are lying inside, which are facing to the opposite sides. Means there are two headed pin-like structures. There are two lipid bilayers. There are two lipid bilayers. One lipid layer facing to the outer surface of the plasma membrane and other lipid layer facing to the inner surface. So there are two lipid bilayers. There are two lipid layers. There are two lipid layers or a lipid bilayer, one facing to the outer surface and other facing to the inner surface. So ends, the polar ends of the lipids composed of hydrophilic heads and the inner one, that is hydrophobic ends of the lipids which are facing to the opposite one another, which lies inside of the lipid bilayer, that is hydrophobic tails consisting of two chains of the fatty acids. So the lipids of the plasma membrane have hydrophilic or polar heads and hydrophobic or non-polar tails, and these influence the fluidity of the plasma membrane. So this influences the fluidity of the membrane. So the lipid bilayer, which is composed of the two headed pin-like structures. The two layers are the bilayers of the headed pin-like structures composed of polar head, hydrophilic head composed of glycerol, and hydrophobic tails or non-polar uh, hydrophobic tails which lies inside. So hydrophilic heads of the lipid bilayer which are facing to the outer surface of the plasma membrane. So inside of the hydrophobic lipid bilayer material represents the fluid component of the plasma membrane. So the nonpolar end of the phospholipids, the nonpolar end or the hydrophobic tails of the phospholipids represents the fluid component of the plasma membrane. Then thirdly, the plasma membrane carbohydrates. Plasma membrane carbohydrates. So already we have explained the protein, lipid components of the plasma membrane, and now thirdly, the plasma membrane carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are also present in the plasma membrane in the form of either glycolipids or glycoproteins. So the carbohydrates or the oligosaccharides which are accompanied with either the protein components or the lipid components of the plasma membrane together will form the glycolipids or the glycoproteins on the external membrane surface. The oligosaccharide chains play important role in the cell-to-cell recognition process. So the carbohydrate components of the plasma membrane are in the form of oligosaccharide chains which are accompanied with either lipids to form glycolipids or the proteins to form the glycoproteins. And these oligosaccharide chains play the important role in the cell-to-cell recognition process. So this is about the chemical composition of the plasma membrane with respect to proteins, lipids and the carbohydrates. Now we will explain the structure of plasma membrane, that is a fluid mosaic model. Fluid mosaic model of the plasma membrane proposed by Singer and Nicholson in 1972. The fluid mosaic model of the plasma membrane, the fluid mosaic model of the plasma membrane was proposed by Singer and Nicholson in 1972. The name of the plasma membrane or the structure or the model of the plasma membrane proposed by Singer and Nicholson is called as fluid mosaic model. Means the plasma membrane is composed partially. It indicates the structure of plasma membrane composed partially by means of a fluid that is a lipids. So phospholipids of the plasma membrane are in the state of a fluid, and on either sides, that is inner surface and the outer surface of the plasma membrane is composed of proteins, and these proteins, that is either intrinsic proteins or the peripheral proteins, which represents the structures or the components like icebergs, which are partially submerged or partially merged into the lipids to form the mosaic of the proteins. So, the extrinsic proteins or the peripheral proteins, eh, surface proteins or peripheral proteins or the extrinsic proteins which are occurring onto the either surfaces of the plasma membrane represents the mosaic of the proteins submerged in the lipids of the plasma membrane. So in the central portion or in the middle portion of the plasma membrane is composed of lipids, and that is in the form of a fluid. So the extrinsic proteins or the proteins which are occurring onto the surface of the plasma membrane, the proteins which are scattered or present irregularly, arranged irregularly onto the surface of the plasma membrane, and which are representing the structures similar to the icebergs or the mosaic of the proteins partially merged or submerged into the lipid bilayer, and thus this represents a fluid mosaic model. So the fluid mosaic model is mainly composed of or consisting of a lipid bilayer in the center, which is in a fluid state or in a liquid state. So it is occurring in the form of partial liquid state and partially solid state. So solid component of the lipid layer or solid component of the plasma membrane represents the different type of proteins called as integral proteins or the intrinsic proteins. So intrinsic proteins are the integral proteins which are present in the plasma membrane, which encompass or pass through the entire thickness of the plasma membrane, and thus it is consisting of two layers of the proteins to the surface. It is consisting of two layers of the proteins to the surface, that is outer and inner surface. Outer and inner surface of the plasma membrane is mainly composed of proteins, and these proteins are arranged in a irregular pattern or scattered pattern of the mosaic like components, mosaic like structures or mosaic like proteins which are submerged into the lipid layer, or they are submerged in the lipids. So the fluid mosaic model of the plasma membrane was proposed by the Singer and Nicholson in 1972. The important feature or the important characteristic of this model is that the biological membranes or the cellular membranes are considered to be quasi-fluid or half-fluid structures. Means the biological membranes or the cellular membranes are uh, partially composed of fluid and partially composed of solid structures in the form of different type of proteins, lipids and the carbohydrates, in which the lipids and the integral proteins are arranged in the mosaic manner. The important feature of this model is that the biological membranes or the cellular membranes are considered to be a quasi-fluid that is half of fluid structures in which the lipids and integral proteins are arranged in a mosaic manner. The reason for the wide acceptance of the model is that it very well explains the properties of the cell membrane. The fluid mosaic model assumes that there is a peripheral layer of the phospholipids. The model assumes that there is a peripheral layer of the phospholipid molecules in which the peripheral and the integral globular proteins are embedded to the very young degree. So, the fluid mosaic model of the plasma membrane is consisting of the peripheral layers, two peripheral layers of the phospholipids composed of phospholipid heads, hydrophilic heads, and inside of which, along the inner side or inside of the two surface phospholipid heads, there are hydrophobic tails of the lipids or the fatty acids, and this will represent the fluid component of the plasma membrane. So the hydrophobic tails and hydrophilic heads of the two lipid bilayers of the plasma membrane composed of phospholipids. So, the fluid mosaic model shows the peripheral layer of the phospholipid molecules, in which peripheral or integral, peripheral that is extrinsic and integral that is intrinsic globular proteins are embedded to varying degree, and this represents the structure similar to the icebergs resembling to the icebergs which are floating, resembling the structure of proteins, that is peripheral proteins, or the integral proteins, two type of proteins which are occurring on the surface of the plasma membrane in the form of uh, components of the proteins resembling to the icebergs floating on to the lipid layer, representing structure similar to the icebergs which are floating onto the lipid layer. So, phospholipid layer or lipid bilayer, phospholipid layer of the protein or the lipid bilayer of the protein consisting of phospholipids or the polar heads on either sides, in which there are scattered large number of peripheral proteins or uh, extrinsic proteins or the intrinsic proteins also, uh, which are keeping two lipid layers together. Two lipid layers or two phospholipid layers of the plasma layer, two phospholipid layers or the two lipid bilayers of the plasma membrane are kept together or bound together by means of the intrinsic proteins which pass through the entire thickness of the plasma membrane. So, the surface layers of the phospholipids composed of polar heads on either sides, that is inside of the plasma membrane or the outside side of the plasma membrane. So inner surface of the plasma membrane and the outer surface of the plasma membrane are composed of phospholipid components, that is the polar heads, and inside or in between the surface layers of the phospholipid, there is a fluid. So, the extrinsic proteins or the peripheral proteins which are representing the structures or the components similar to the icebergs floating on to the lipid layer. So, lipid layer is the fluid material, and the proteins, that is surface proteins or the extrinsic proteins which are partially submerged into the lipids, and thus this is called as fluid mosaic model. So the lipids representing the fluid layer and the proteins represents the mosaic. So there are scattered or irregular arrangement of the extrinsic proteins which are partially submerged into the lipids of the plasma membrane, and thus the model of the plasma membrane is called as a fluid mosaic model because it is mainly composed of lipid layer, and lipid component represents the fluid material. Lipid components represents the fluid material of the fluid component of the plasma membrane, in which the extrinsic proteins or the intrinsic proteins are merged partially or completely into the lipid layer. So this represents the mosaic of the proteins which is occurring onto the lipid layer. So this model assumes that there is a peripheral layer of phospholipids molecules in which peripheral and integral globular proteins are embedded to varying degree to form a mosaic of the proteins on the surface of the lipid layer. Thus, the proteins are compared to the icebergs floating on a sea of the phospholipid bilayer. So, remember one thing, that the fluid mosaic model consisting of a fluid material, or it is having the fluid component, partial fluid component composed of the lipids. So the proteins are compared, the proteins of the plasma membrane are compared to the icebergs floating on a sea of the phospholipid bilayer. During certain immunological experiments, the attachment of the antibodies to the cell surface exposed integral membrane proteins such as glycophorin, which led to the realization that membrane proteins are not fixed within the lipid bilayer, indicating that they are moving freely or laterally. So there are certain proteins or the peripheral proteins which flow. There are certain peripheral proteins or the surface proteins which move or which move or pass freely laterally on the surface of the plasma membrane or just outside to the lipid bilayer. So the glycophorin, which led to the realization that the membrane proteins are not fixed within the lipid bilayer, means indicating that they are free to move on the surface of the phospholipid bilayer. So glycophorins are the examples of the proteins which are occurring onto the surface of the plasma membrane, which are moving freely from the surface of the phospholipid bilayer, indicating that which are occurring in the form of icebergs floating on the sea of lipid or the sea of phospholipid bilayer of the plasma membrane. So glycophorin is the example of the peripheral proteins which are moving freely along the entire surface of the plasma membrane or laterally on the phospholipid bilayer of the plasma membrane. But they are free to move laterally like icebergs floating or submerged in a sea of lipids. So one thing that one should or everyone should keep in mind, that the fluid mosaic model of the plasma membrane composed of large quantity, that is 60% of the proteins and 40% of the lipids. So whatever the 60% of the proteins which are present in the plasma membrane are representing the surface proteins or the peripheral proteins or the extrinsic proteins or the extrinsic protein molecules which are in the form of globular proteins or the globe or the round structures representing the structures similar to the icebergs, which are floating or partially merged into the lipid bilayer of the plasma membrane. So, the the structure of the plasma membrane is composed of two lipid bilayers facing their polar heads to the inner and the outer surface, and inside possessing the fatty acid chains which are hydrophobic. So this lipid bilayer of the plasma membrane represents the fluid component or the liquid component of the plasma membrane. So the surface of this phospholipid bilayer, the surfaces, that is inner and outer surfaces, the inner and outer surfaces of the phospholipid bilayer of the plasma membrane are composed of or are in communication with the surface proteins or the integral proteins, intrinsic and extrinsic proteins. So, extrinsic proteins or the peripheral proteins which lie on the surface of the phospholipid, may be inner surface or the outer surface, but that are submerged or floating onto the lipid layer or the lipid bilayer. So, this represents the structure of fluid mosaic model represents the protein icebergs. Icebergs of the proteins are floating on inner or outer surface of the lipid, or that is a lipid sea. So icebergs floating on the sea of the lipids. This represents the structure. The fluid mosaic model represents the structure of the proteins and the lipids. So icebergs of the proteins which are floating on the surface, icebergs of the proteins floating onto the surface of the lipid of the sea, means the icebergs of the proteins which are partially or completely merged or submerged into the sea of the lipids, and thus the model of the plasma membrane is called as fluid mosaic model. So the fluid component of the plasma membrane is composed of lipid bilayer of the phospholipids and the mosaic of the proteins which lies on the surface, the mosaic of the proteins. The proteins are in the form of mosaic of proteins and which are partially or completely merged into the sea of the lipids or the phospholipid bilayer of the plasma membrane, and thus is called as fluid mosaic model. Thus the proteins are composed sorry, thus the proteins are compared to the icebergs. The proteins, that is extrinsic proteins or the peripheral proteins of the plasma membrane, are compared with the icebergs floating onto the sea of phospholipid bilayer which lies inside of the outer surface layers of the proteins. So during certain immunological experiments, the attachment of the antibodies to the cell surface exposed integral membrane proteins such as glycophorin, which led to the realization that the membrane proteins are not fixed within the lipid bilayer but are free to move laterally, like icebergs floating or submerged in a sea of lipids. This observation is inspired this observation inspired the name fluid mosaic model, coined by Singer and Nicholson. This model considers that lipid protein association this model considers that lipid protein association to be hydrophobic. The lipid protein association to be hydrophobic. The fluidity of the membrane is the result of this hydrophobic interaction. The phospholipids and many intrinsic proteins, the phospholipids and many intrinsic proteins are amphipathic molecules, that is, both hydrophilic and hydrophobic groups occur within the same molecule. The globular proteins which occur in the membrane, are of two types, namely extrinsic or peripheral proteins and intrinsic or integral proteins. The peripheral proteins are soluble. And readily dissociate from the membrane, and they are present entirely outside the lipid bilayer, whereas the integral proteins are relatively insoluble and dissociate with a difficulty, and which lies through or which is present across the entire thickness of the plasma membrane. That means the intrinsic proteins pass through the lipid bilayer of the plasma membrane. Some proteins may partially penetrate through the surface of the lipid bilayer. Some proteins may partially penetrate through the surface of the lipid bilayer, while others may penetrate directly. So, the proteins which partially penetrate through the surface of the lipid bilayer are called as peripheral proteins or the extrinsic proteins, and the proteins which penetrate directly through the lipid bilayer, such proteins are in a contact with the aqueous solvent on both sides of the membrane, called as intrinsic proteins or integral proteins. The integral proteins are amphipathic. The integral proteins which pass through the entire thickness of the plasma membrane are amphipathic, having both hydrophilic and hydrophobic groups, and their hydrophobic polar heads protrude from the surface of the membrane. Their hydrophobic polar heads protrude out from the surface of the plasma membrane, while non-polar regions are embedded in the interior of the plasma membrane. The integral proteins are capable of lateral diffusion in the lipid bilayer. The integral proteins are capable of lateral diffusion in the lipid bilayer. So, this is what about the explanation regarding the fluid mosaic model of the plasma membrane. Now we'll see the diagram of the fluid mosaic model of the plasma membrane proposed by Singer and Nicholson. Now we'll explain the structure of fluid mosaic model with the consideration of the figure. Now see, this is the structure of fluid mosaic model of the plasma membrane. It is mainly composed of two lipid bilayers. So the lipid layers. First we will explain the component of the lipid layers or the phospholipid bilayers. So lipid layer is composed of two lipid bilayers composed of phospholipids, cholesterol, and the glycerol. Phospholipids, then fatty acids and the glycerol. So glycerol and the fatty acids together will form a lipid bilayer. So the phospholipids are composed of a phosphate group, then glycerol molecule, and the fatty acid chains. So the phospholipids of the lipid bilayer, or the two layers of the lipid, which are representing the polar heads, which are composed of glycerol molecule in association with the phosphate group. So glycerol molecule in association with the phosphate group and the fatty acid chains. So the hydrophobic tail or hydrophilic head of the phospholipid layers of the plasma membrane are due to presence of hydrophilic glycerol. hydrophilic glycerol head and hydrophobic fatty acid tail. Hydrophobic fatty acid tail. So this represents the headed pin-like structures, the globular glycerol hydrophilic head and with two fatty acid chains of the fatty acid, two hydrophobic fatty acid chains. So headed pin like structure of the phospholipid, headed pin like structure of the phospholipid composed of hydrophilic glycerol head and hydrophobic fatty acid chains. So in the diagram we can see the on the surface, along the entire surface of the plasma membrane, you can see the white globular polar heads, of the phospholipid, white globular polar heads of the phospholipids, and yellow colored fatty acid chains, yellow colored yellow colored two fatty acid chains, hydrophobic fatty acid chains. So this will form the lipid bilayer. So the yellow colored fatty acid chains, yellow colored hydrophobic fatty acid chains and white colored hydrophilic heads. So, in a structure of plasma membrane, you can see the white globular masses, entire surface of the plasma membrane consisting of polar heads with a white color and the fatty acid chains or the hydrophobic tails with a yellow color. So, these are the such two lipid bilayers. So, two phospholipid bilayers of the plasma membrane. In figure, you can see there are two phospholipid bilayers or the two layers facing opposite to one another. So, the hydrophobic tails of the phospholipid bilayer which lies inside and hydrophilic heads with a white color facing to the surface. So, the bluish colored structures called as protein channel or the intrinsic proteins. Integral proteins, that is you can see in a figure, you can see the protein channel which pass through the plasma membrane, that is intrinsic proteins which pass through the lipid bilayers, either called as integral proteins or the channel proteins. Then the blue colored components scattered irregularly, the blue color globular proteins, scattered irregularly on the surface of the lipid heads, phospholipid heads or the hydrophilic heads which are white colored and among which there are globular proteins scattered irregularly on the surface of the lipid layers, and these are called as globular proteins or the extrinsic proteins. Then uh, the lipid bilayer consisting of hydrophilic heads with a white color, and hydrophobic tails with a yellow color, Then it also shows the orange colored lipids, orange colored lipids which are in association with the uh, protein molecules to form the lipoproteins, and there are certain coiled structures representing glycoproteins. So proteins, the globular proteins or the surface proteins which are associated with the oligosaccharides or the carbohydrates forming the glycoproteins, and there are certain carbohydrates or the uh, sugars, oligosaccharides, which are accompanied with the lipid molecules to form the glycolipids. So orange colored chains representing the glycolipids, and the bluish colored chains representing the glycoproteins or the carbohydrates. So carbohydrates which are in association with the surface proteins or the globular proteins, carbohydrates which are in accompanied with or in association with the globular proteins or the surface proteins or the extrinsic proteins forming the glycoproteins, and the carbohydrates which are representing orange colored chains in association with the lipid molecules to form the glycolipids. So there are surface proteins which are uh, occurring in the form of peripheral proteins or the surface proteins which are partially submerged into the lipid bilayer of the plasma membrane. So on one side you can see the Singer-Nicolson model representing two lipid bilayers or the phospholipid bilayers. So phospholipid bilayer is composed of two layers of the phospholipids facing opposite to one another. So heads of the phospholipid bilayer facing to the surface or in opposite direction, which are hydrophilic heads, and yellow colored fatty acid chains representing the hydrophobic tails of the lipid bilayer. So the lipid layer of the phospholipid represents the fluid component of the plasma membrane, and the extrinsic proteins or the intrinsic proteins will form the solid component or the solid backbone of the protein of the plasma membrane. So in figure you can see the plasma membrane represents phospholipid bilayer in association with the extrinsic proteins and the intrinsic proteins, together with certain carbohydrate molecules which are in association or accompanied either with the globular proteins or the lipids to form the glycoproteins and the glycolipids. Together with it also shows the cholesterol molecules, cholesterol chains or the sterol or the cholesterol molecules, which are also found scattered in the phospholipid bilayer irregularly so as to form the structural integrity of the plasma membrane. So this is what about the fluid mosaic model of the plasma membrane. So today with this we will stop here, and next time we will continue with the next topic, that is the transport across the membranes. So today with this explanation in support of the plasma membrane, where we have explained about the chemical composition of the plasma membrane with respect to proteins, lipids, and the carbohydrates, and we have explained the fluid mosaic model of the plasma membrane proposed by Singer and the Nicholson. So with this, we'll stop here. Thank you.